One day the Prophet ﷺ, he came into the masjid. He saw a Sahabi known as Abu Umama radiallahu anhu sitting in the masjid by himself. It wasn't a time of salah, so the Prophet ﷺ was intrigued. He asked him, Ya Abu Umama, why are you in the masjid and it's not the time of salah? Yani, normally people will be at work, they will be doing stuff, but why are you here? What's brought you here? He asked him. So Abu Umama said, Ya Rasulullah, I have been overwhelmed with debt. And due to that, I'm feeling extreme grief or perhaps depression and anxiety, he said. So the Prophet ﷺ, he sat with him and he comforted him and he consoled him. And then he gave him a prescription. He said to him, Ya Aba Umama, I'll give you a prescription. If you do it the way I tell you, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala will get rid of your debts. He will pay off your debts for you and get rid of your grief and your depression and your anxiety and so on. So the Abu Umama said, what is it, Ya Rasulullah? He wants to know, right? The Prophet ﷺ, he told him every single morning to say this specific dua. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-hazan wal-ajzi wal-kasal wal-bukhli wal-jubun wa ghalabati ad-dayni wa qahri al-rijal. To say, Allahumma ya Allah, oh Allah, I seek refuge in you and your protection from al-ham. Al-ham, it is anxiety. Wal-hazan, al-hazan, it is extreme grief or depression. Wal-ajzi wal-kasal, al-ajz, it is being incapable or helpless. And kasal is laziness. Wal-bukhli wal-jubun, al-bukhl, it is miserliness and stinginess or being greedy. Wal-jubun is cowardice. وَغَلَبَةِ الدَّيْنِ, being overwhelmed with debt. وَقَهْرِ الرِّجَالِ, and being overpowered by other men. Now if you notice something here, the majority of the things that the Prophet ﷺ taught Abu Umama to say, to ask Allah to protect him from, they are mental illnesses. Anxiety, depression, right? Feeling helpless, right? Even laziness, which causes what? It's an effect, and it's caused by these matters that I mentioned in the end. Being overwhelmed with debt, it causes anxiety, it causes depression, and being overpowered by other men. It makes you feel helpless, and it causes cowardice, and so on, right? And stinginess, etc. So the Prophet ﷺ taught him to say that every day, without fail. He said, that's the prescription. You have to say it every morning. Abu Umama, he started doing it. A few days later, Abu Umama came back to the Prophet ﷺ extremely jolly. See, Ya Rasulullah, he wants to tell me information. The Prophet ﷺ sees him and he's thinking, what's the matter, Ya Abu Umama? He says, Ya Rasulullah, I have good news. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala has paid off my debts, and Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala got rid of my sadness and my grief and my depression and so on by making that dua every day.